What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? The topic for today is, does she like you or not? Does she like you or not? Let's get into it. Listen, from personal experience and just based upon what others have said to me, a lot of people actually come to me for advice, believe it or not, or they just want to vent to me. I don't know what it is, but I just fall into a situation where the next thing I know, somebody's telling me his or her life story. And that's what's up. I guess they feel that I'm one that they can come to, and I appreciate that. But let's get into it. Listen, you haven't heard from someone in a couple days, someone that you talk to on a regular basis, someone who usually hits you up every day. And I'm talking about for the males. If you haven't heard from a female in like a couple days, is she not into you? Is she over you? It doesn't necessarily mean that. Women especially, we want to feel as though this is by someone, when we like someone, we want to feel as though we are sought after. We are being sought after, okay? And we don't want to be chasing down any dude. That's just not what you want to do in 2018. It's really not a good look. Now, I feel that there are some women, listen, myself included, who there are certain dudes who just, for a minute, have you gone to where you do things that you wouldn't normally do. And you sit there and you say to yourself, why am I doing this foolishness? This is not me. Because you really, really like a young man, okay? But typically, women don't have time. And again, those instances for most women are far and in between. They're rare because it's kind of like a known thing that if a dude likes you, he is going to go after you like no other. Here's the thing, fellas. If you are not getting a response, if you are not getting a text back, if you are not ever, hit up first by the female, then chances are, the sad truth is, yes, that female may just not be into you. You understand what it is that I'm saying? And that's a hard pill to swallow, but the chick might not be into you. If you send several texts, several DMs, several Snapchat messages, several instant messages, messages, and those things are unread, unopened, no response, or they are read and no response, she is just not interested in you. That is the reality. It's not a matter of playing hard to get if the chick is just never responding. That chick ain't into you. And I know that is tough to deal with. I've touched on this before. It's really tough to deal with because nobody likes rejection, but that's what it is. Females, if you don't get hit up, if you send texts and there's no response, now people are busy. You want somebody who's on his grind. You want somebody ambitious. You want somebody that's out there trying to get it, trying to get up, get out, and be something. You don't want nobody that's just sitting down being lazy. No, that's not attractive. That's unattractive, okay? But you really need to make sure that you are being clear with the signals that you are putting out, both men and women, okay? If you're saying one thing and your actions are saying another thing, you're going to have people confused. But what I need you to realize, both men and women, is if you are not getting hit up first, if several days go by on a regular basis where you are not hit up, if you send a text and you do not get a response, if your calls are unanswered, that person is not into you. And the reason that I say that is anytime anyone has really liked me, I just knew. I just knew because the person went out of his way to contact me. I'm talking about even when busy. Hey, hope you're having a great day. Hey, you're just on my mind thinking about you. Little things like that. When I like someone, I literally want to hear from that person every day. Every day. No matter how busy you are. If you are extremely busy, I respect it to the utmost. I like that. It's like, yes, okay, you out here busy, you working. I get it, you know? But if you cannot say as much as a hey diddle diddle, a hi, cow jumped over the moon, if you cannot say any of those things, okay? If you cannot say, hey, how are you? Then you don't like me. It's apparent. I am not a priority. And therefore, I am going to realize that, process it, and I will treat you accordingly. You may get kicked to the curb. You may not. I might just, be very, very busy. However it is that you treat me, I kind of go off of that. And I just need you to realize, men, that if you reach out and you try to flirt with the young lady and she doesn't flirt back, if you do that several times on several occasions, that young woman is not interested in you. That young woman, let me say it one more time, that young woman is not interested in you. If she has said to you, you know what, I'm actually not interested in any way, shape, or form, but I think you're cool, it means just that. That is not the young lady playing hard to get. She has automatically friend zoned you because of maybe there's no attraction, maybe there's something that you've done that's turned her off. And if you continue to push when she's already said that, it's done. Like, it's to the point of no return, because that's when people start calling people thirsty. That's when people start calling people desperate. That is when people start wondering, is this person sane? Because you don't get the drift. You're not catching the drift. You're not getting the point. You must leave people alone. You must leave people alone. Now, let me say this one more time. If I like you, if I flirt with you, if I go out of my way to say something to you, if I say that I want to see you, then that is what that is. I have no reason to lie. We grown here. I don't have time for that. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It doesn't make sense to do that. No woman is going to kind of put herself out there like that if she doesn't mean it. She's not going to tell you those things because, again, nobody wants to be rejected or to low-key put themselves out there and be embarrassed if there's rejection. So if somebody says to you, hey, this is what it is, then that gal like you. If she don't tell you that, that gal does not like you, and you have got to move on. You've got to move on, because the second that you keep pushing something that she says, hey, I'm not interested, you now look, it's a little scary. Like, it's like, yo, are you a stalker? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to get a restraining order? Do I need to block you from all social media? Like, leave the gal alone. Okay? So again, this is for people who have been talking with someone for several months, and you talk to this person every day. If all of a sudden the person doesn't hit you for a couple days, that person just might very well be very, very busy. So don't worry if the person is still reaching out and going out of their way to say something. I think what happens is a lot of people confuse niceness with, okay, this person may like me. Let me just be very upfront so y'all know how I go. I'm a nice person. I'm usually smiling unless I just don't want to be bothered. Then you'll catch me not smiling. I'm usually smiling. I compliment people like a mug, men and women. I'm always I look at people's grills. I have a thing about teeth. I have a thing about mouths. I have a thing about hair. Y'all know that. So if I like somebody's hair, I'm going to be like, yo, sis, your hair is laid to the gods. If somebody's teeth are immaculately white, I'm going to be like, yo, your teeth are immaculate. You have the nicest teeth I have ever seen. What's your regimen? What do you do? Because I'm a complimenting type of chick. I know a lot of girls have a chip on their shoulder. They be hating. I'm not that chick. If there's something nice about you, I'm going to point it out. That does not mean that I am trying to get with you because I compliment you. If you have ever said happy birthday to me in the past, if you have ever said happy birthday to me, gone out of your way to do so, I remember that, and then I am then going to say happy birthday. That does not mean that I want you. That does not mean that I want you. Let's be very, very clear. Okay? I'm going to start doing more of these because someone requested that I start doing story times and ventings and just my little rants. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start doing it. I used to do it on Snap like every day. And then, it just got to be way too much. But I would do my little mini stories on Snap. And now I'm like, yo, let me bring it to the tube of you. Let me bring it to YouTube. You feel me? So let me know what y'all think. What are your thoughts? Okay? Women, do you agree with me? Men, do you agree with me? How do you feel? If you think I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. Okay? I think a lot of times too, timing is everything. Timing is everything. Sometimes you find people in a very vulnerable space, okay? Meaning that they want company, attention. Shoot, you might have touched them in a spot that felt a little good. They were like, okay. But that still doesn't mean that they want you in any way, shape, or form. It's just something that happened. So you still have to kind of grasp and let go. Grasp and let go. Okay? Fall back. Fall back. Do not be that crazy person, that stalker. Don't have your thirst level up to the ceiling, to the sky. Because the sky is not the limit. You need to stop it. You need to calm yourself. Settle your skin. All right? So that's it. Try not to overanalyze things, but at the same time, yes, be aware of what's going on. If someone likes you, they will constantly hit you. If they do not like you, they will not respond. Thanks for tuning in. Holla!